Welcome back. Harry here, known as Trade Sharp, and I'm going to bring you this update today, as I do daily on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Things are looking good. I do look for a big move soon. Now, that does not imply direction, but most likely I do think it's going to break out to the top. But we always have the risk of the downside. So as long as we keep the levels in mind, we should be safe, have our areas of risk laid out. So again, this is not financial advice, so let's just look at this. So 3-day Bollinger Band will close today. Not very helpful. Most likely will close below the top side strategy band, which is not the problem. But what I really wanted to see was the weekly, and this was a big buy signal for me, is that the weekly closed above the top side Bollinger Band. Since that has happened, then this is immediately giving me a full bullish bias. As we can see, we have been closing weeklies all above the top side Bollinger Band. So this is a very, very, very good sign to see. And I look at this as more as an accumulation phase. Now let's go into the lower time frames and see what is going on. First, let's take this off and let's go see the lower time frame. So let's start off with the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we can see we've established a very, very, very nice range here, practically between here and technically all the way up here at 37,000. But the bottom side range is pretty clear here at coming in at 34,000. So if we do break below here, I do look for us to wick down to probably here, or maybe just grab a wick here. But it's looking like it does want to tread on upwards. Top side of the range actually technically is coming in if you were to range, but this has been a good, you can see here that it's been support, a bit of resistance here. So this has a lot of significance. I do believe if we get above here, it's pretty likely we start trending up. Now that is a 4 hour closure, of course, but to give me full bias, I would like to see a closure above here, and a closure above here would initiate im initiate immediate targets towards this spot right here at 39,000, and I think all-time high. So this is the big level to watch, to be honest. This is kind of a minor level here. This is more of a level just that we would like to see Bitcoin get above, because in the past few days we did get a fake out, but it's been struggling here, struggled. So it would be nice to see that get above this level, and then especially if we close here, then I do think that that will take us to you know to the next proper level, which is the new all-time high. So I'm thinking now if I should draw this in and make that a minor level. Yeah, let's put this like so, because this is more of a major level now, and we'll make this a minor level like so. Just an area of relevance, this, to be honest, like that. All right, so let's look at the 1 hour. What are we getting? We will have a different range on the 1 hour. You can see the range is pretty much from here. So a break to the downside should initiate first targets down all the way to 33,000, which that would be on a wick basis. I wouldn't be too worried, but the range falls the same on the 1 hour as it does on the 4 hours. So that's good to see. Let's see momentum. We can see we are having a fresh cross to the upside. So that is good to see that momentum is going on the upside on the 1 hour, the 2 hour. We look like, I mean, it's a bit weak, but it looks like maybe we want to just give another cross. The 4 hour momentum is crossing up, so that's nice to see. I do think we will test this, definitely, and we'll see if we get a break. If we do get a break of this, then I look for this target to get hit. But what I do want to show you is the daily. Now, I want to just quickly go over, like, what is going to make me worried about this. If you look here, we make it very clear. Here's a low, here's a higher low, here's a higher low, right? This is accumulation here, but as long as we maintain this higher low structure, I'm not worried. So as long as we're not closing dailies below 34,000, then this looks like a good structure, right? If we do close dailies below 30, it's coming in at what, 34,000, then I do look for us to come at least down to this level here, 23,000, and maybe I think at least 23,000 would be, a good target. But this is the downside. As long as the structure is held on a daily, I'm not worried. Wicks are fine. The 3-day structure is also pretty clear. We need to hold that 34,000 level again. And the weekly structure is just maintaining above these wicks. So again, 34,000. So 34,000 on anything above a daily will be very important to keep an eye on. what I want to show you is we have been looking at this trend line. Now, remember on the lower time frames, I want you guys to keep this in mind. Where is our level that we must get above? It is coming in at 37,000. So now if we look at Stokes on the daily, so let's go to daily. Let's look at the Stokes. We have been looking at this trend line that has been coming in from here, and we can see that these trend lines don't have to be exact tests, but these trend lines have been catching. If we bring it down here, so like this, you guys can see it, and we remove the drawing so it's nice and clear. Check this out. Oh no, then I'll remove my drawings here. All right, so here's one point, here's the other point, and this is our new point, so you guys can remember that, right? Here was one point, here's the other point. If you look here, the first point it caught was this. All right, look where that first point is coming in at. Right here. This huge accumulation. Before, what happened after this accumulation? Boom, big explosion. All right, so that's what happened after this first accumulation. Now look at the second point where it was. It was this whole accumulation. What happened after that? Oh my days. What happened after that big accumulation? Boom, we exploded. So this is something that's, really surprising me is that look, when we touch this trend line, we normally have huge accumulation and a massive outburst, huge movement after. So I believe, and if you look here, we are in an accumulation phase, and if this does get the cross up, boom, will explode. And guys, where do you think the cross is up? Yes, we connect price action with other indicators, it is coming at that $37,000 level. Now remember, if you have forgot already because you have minds of goldfish, the $37,000 level is where our range needs to be broken. So if we do get above this $37,000 level, close the daily above 37,000, that's a huge buy signal for me. Huge, huge. I mean, like that would be such an easy play. Now, if we do turn around here and come back down and get a wick down back to this previous play, I do think it will get bought up again because of the weekly closing strong. So that's another good position. Looking at Ethereum quickly, we can see Ethereum is being held very heavily down by this resistance box here that I've drawn a while back. And you can see very harshly that it's not letting it pass this level. Now, we did get a fake out here, which I really don't like that actually did a fake out. But to be honest, if Bitcoin does start trading up, then I do think Ethereum will finally break this. But to be honest, this area here is great accumulation. This is really good accumulation because we can see that if we are accumulating like this, we should expect a big move, right? I mean, we can go and check the daily to see if there is some sort of trend line that we can see. Let's go and see. No, don't see anything relevant on here. Daily. Let's see if there's anything. No, not really. I mean, we have this, but this is very aggressive. Doesn't that I don't count that as a test. So yeah, I mean, that's just, to be honest, it's this box here. I mean, if we close above this box, yeah. If we close above this box on here on a daily, then I do think, yeah, that's going to initiate targets immediately, straight away. Obviously, if we close a daily above this point here, that will initiate targets straight to here. But I do think that this box has shown great resistance, and I don't think it will stock. I think maybe we'll have a pullback there, maybe test this as support, and then boom, blast off. Those are my predictions. That's what I feel is happening. If we do get this sell-off a little bit, if momentum does turn down and we get rejected one more time and come down to these wicks here again at like 1,160, you know, maybe even come to this trend line, because this trend line has been great buying opportunities. You see here, if you were to board at this trend line here, boom, you would have catch that. Come back down, test the trend line, boom, and you would have caught at least this bounce here. It would have been great buy because you can see your buy in on touching the trend line, your buy-ins on touching the trend line always ends up being, this is higher than that. So, come back down, test. If we do come back down and test, which is coming in at 1,154, that's an obvious buy for me. But yeah, I mean, this is not financial advice. But anyways, I'll leave you with that, guys. Sorry for the longer video, just a bit to get through. Take care and trade sharp. Peace.